Hello there guys and welcome back to the Game Adventures. It's nice to be back here on the channel for the first time in 156 days. It's a very long time, I know, but we're back. We're back in the Game Adventures and we are back with a brand new game on the channel. So this is the newest release from Paradox and it is Cities Skylines 2. So it's a sequel following on from the second one. From the first one, sorry, my apologies. This one, so we're starting straight away. We're starting on Barrier Island, which is a good little place to start, mainly because we're good industry area over here, as well as a connection over the water and down with the power lines as well. So it's a good little starting point to have. We've named this New Hampshire. It can change if you prefer a different name. Drop a like down on the comments. Drop a like down and also drop your comment down below with your name. So yeah, we're a little rusty when it comes to videos, but we'll crack on. We're going to try and crack on. So yeah, this is obviously our entry point to Barrier Island. At the start, we start with the one game tile. Now there's a lot changed in this game, so not most of the roads. So we're just going to whack a highway straight away down the middle of the map, just so that we've got an entry point, as well as it's just somewhere to build off, really. So we've obviously whacked that down. It's all subject to change in this first development part, but we're going to start ahead and go and lay some roads before I start talking about what has actually changed on the game itself. Now we're going to make a nice little starting point today. That's what this video is about. Any recommendations that you'll have, obviously drop down in the comments below so that we can work on them. So we're just going to go ahead and get our basic road layout done. That's going to be 90 degrees. I don't want that like that. I want this to be a straight road. So let's just do it a little bit. I'm not a fan already. Remove that road and we'll build off this one. We're going to build it at about 85 degrees, I reckon, off that road. Build a nice little starting little town. Now, there's a lot changed on this game from the first. I was a massive fan of the first. This one, not so much so far. It's hard to explain how. This series is going to show you some of the new stuff when we get it. I'll talk about some of the newer stuff when we've unlocked it. That's 86, where's 90? Again though, it looks very curved. Oh no. I'm not a fan of the start. This is a new tool. Yeah, you can hold down, drag it to where you want to go, and then bulldoze, dead easy. So what they've done here with this game is they've added some of the well-known mods to roads anyway, straight away, which is good. The game itself is very buggy on release. It's not had the best of releases. We're going to start there. It's not had the best of releases, Cities Skylines 2, which is really disappointing because they nailed the first one. But again, I think the first one, it was nailed more because of the mods. So we're just going to build a nice square to start with. Probably thinking, oh, another grid. It's not going to be your same old grid as what you're used to. We are going to make a few changes. So I'm new to the market. I'm not going to turn around and say I'm the best Cities Skylines player there is, because I'm not. I'm very new to filming it anyway. I've played the series since 2015 when the first one came out, but I am very new to the genre. So we're going to make that little bit there. Have it on our continuous tool. No. Let's just have a go. So we're going to go place our pedestrian path. So get the curve. and then we're going to get the curve in nicely. So it's just going to be a start today. I don't know about that. It's just going to be a start today. We're going to go over the basics, get some houses down, and let's see where we go with it. So yeah, some of the new features is a new progression model. You can't unlock everything straight away. You've got to wait until you get points. We'll have a look at that when we get the first one. And then yeah, we're going to go from there. So again, we're going to start in that corner. And that's going to come to this corner. There, like that. And we're going to start off this one. I want just a straight line off this one all the way. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. It's better. And then I'm going to have another path off that. Right, that'll do for now. We're going to whack some trees and stuff in there, and we're going to build around it, so it's a bit of like a central park. So yeah, so there is some new stuff to this game. Quite a lot of the progression nodes have changed. Quite a lot of everything's changed, really. Your demand industry, things like that have all changed as well. So we're going to just keep building for now, build out the grid. And while I'm doing this, we'll jump into a little bit of a time lapse so that obviously we're not just watching the same stuff repetitively. So I'll be back shortly with another, just a bit of an update as to what we've done. But yeah, we are just going to jump into a time lapse. Okay then guys, so what I've done, I've just filled out this a little bit more over here. This is going to be our commercial and commercial and residential area. So I've built a connection off the highway. It's not going to stay like this, it's just for the early game obviously until we redevelop this area a bit more. So we obviously will keep this as the incoming at the moment, and then over here we've built our industrial area. So that, like I said at the start, this is a good little industrial area because we can get loads of farms going out here as well, which is good. But also with the new things, you have to take into consideration wind. So wind's blowing this way, so it's going to blow our industrial stuff this way, which is going to keep our residential and commercial down here, and all the way down here it's going to keep it air pollution free, which is what you want. So next we are going to go ahead now and start adding the water and the sewage. So again, just much like Cities Skylines 1, so you need a water pumping station, which I'm going to put right about there. Now it needs a road to connect, so that's what we're going to go ahead and add now. So it does need a road, so we're going to build a nice little, we're going to use the alley, nice little alley road. I'm going to just take that right the way down to there, and also we're just going to extend that along nicely and bring it into there. So now we have access to our water pumping station, but what that also does is it's connected the water lines to the city, so we've now got water all the way across the city. So then obviously we need to get sewage on the way, which again, this doesn't need a road. So we're going to whack that right on the edge there, which again in future probably going to change how we do it, but for now we're going to use this. So we are going to let the game run just a little bit before we start now to determine how we're going to get power on. So the easiest way to do power for me is whacking the coal power plant down, but as you can see, ground pollution is medium, air pollution and noise pollution all medium. Sorry, just having a bit of my tea. So yeah, that, and it's a lot of money. Wind turbines, can we get some wind turbines over here? No, we can't. Wind speed's too low. So we are going to go with a coal power plant, and that unlocks Tiny Village. So this is where now I'll show you some of the milestones. So obviously these are all the milestones down to Megalopolis. But with Tiny Village, we've unlocked loan limits, maps, more map tiles, a budget, statistics, row housing, which is good, roads, a lot of roads, healthcare and death care, garbage, and things like that. So, but also it's give us a development point, if you see. So now we've got a development point into which we can spend to unlock one of these. We're not going to spend them yet because I want parking. So we aren't going to spend it yet, but we will in time. Spend it. So we're going to just run our power lines over and into the water for now and connect it up there. So we've now got power. The good thing with power is if we look at, we haven't unlocked it yet, so when we get to services I'll be able to show you what I mean by power, but you can also export as well. So we've got unreliable healthcare. So before we start with the houses, what we're going to do is we're just going to whack in a bit of healthcare. Medical clinic. This is still bugged, so I'm going to put it there, but it's still bugged. It still comes up saying that it's unreliable even if you put 100 down. It's not great, but again, they are working on it with the big patches that they're uploading. So what we're going to do as well, before we've, I'm in the wrong one, before we've whacked that down, I've just paused it again, but we're going to add a pathway. Straight lines, toggle all snapping off. This is so I want to put it where I want to put it, you see. Stick to that 90 degrees. And there, down we go. So put a nice little path around there, and that's because we're going to add another path off it from there down to there. Same again. And we're going to add a park in that little bit, in a little bit. So it just gives a bit more pedestrian access to walk around and be able to do things. What's also cool with the new one is if you click on the medical clinic, we've got upgrades. So you can whack an upgrade on each. I can't whack one on the back because obviously I've pathed it. But that is a additional space for more patients, and that is an ambulance depot. So just allow more ambulances to be able to come out. I think that's a dead cool feature to what they've done with Cities Skylines 2. So we'll just tag out of both of them. Having a little bit more of my drink there. So yeah, this is where what we need to do now is obviously start with the residential. So as I've already explained, this park bit in the middle is going to be used and utilised. So obviously we can flick the theme as well. So we're going to stick with European for now. And we're just going to fill all that in. We're going to leave 2 spaces free. Same on this road. And same on this side. So there we go. And we're going to unpause the game now and let them start to fill in. We'll speed up the time a little bit so they fill in faster. The reason I've left 2 either side is because I want them to face the right way. And I don't want them to be facing on this road. So obviously now we're getting that in, we need to get some commercial in. And that's what's going to be down this road here. So we're going to jump back into the commercial tab. And just fill all this in to there. So we start getting commercial. And then we're going to jump back over to our industrial section and get some of this filled in. These, at the moment, can face whatever way they want to face. We'll just fill 3 lines in for now. The reason they can face whatever way they want to face is because this whole area will be redone in part of our redevelopment section. So yeah, we are moving. We're getting there. We will add some trees and stuff into this section shortly. But obviously, as you can see, our demand is still there. So I'm going to fill this section in as well. And also this section as well with this sort, with small density, sorry. So yeah, I think we've got a good little start. We've not got a person moved in yet, that's because there's no houses built. So we're just going to do a little bit of a time jump to see until we get the first few people moved in. Okay then, so we've jumped right in. We've got 3 people, all of 3 people that have moved into our city, which I think is quite good. And you can see, I don't know what's going on here. Some of them, it's just taking a bit of time to zone some of the others. Like I say, it is a bit buggy. And yeah, we're working with what we've got, unfortunately. We're losing 1,000 an hour, but if you see the happiness, wealth is high, spacious homes is high, abundance of leisure time, and obviously unreliable healthcare, obviously. Right, so I'm just going to add another strip to this one in the hope that these will zone. They'll zone eventually. That one can be zoned, as you can see, straight away, and then hopefully... Yeah, there we go, that one zones the right way as well, which is great. So yeah, as you can hear as well, we have put the music back on. I do think it's slightly too loud, but we'll modify all that. So yeah, this is where we're at currently. We've got 14 people living in the city. But they're not zoning there and there. So if they don't want to zone there and there, we'll actually add parks when we've unlocked them. I'm just going to turn the music down just a little touch. There we go. So yeah, we got 17 people. Our citizens are happy, mainly, but again though, because of unreliable healthcare, we've dropped again. There we go. It drops up and down. Like I said to you right at the start of this video, it's very buggy at the moment. So What we're going to do, because of the healthcare coverage, we're going to whack a cemetery down. Now, this building is unbelievable. I've just got to decide where I want it. I think we're going to put it there. I mean, look at how detailed and how beautiful that building really is. Bit of a problem with the terrain, which we'll sort out. So we've got 23 people. We're building more housing. Now, I want low density. I want low density around the park. There's a reason for it. We will build up higher density areas, but obviously they are demanding row homes. Row homes are beautiful, and we're going to put some at the back here near on Birdsong Street. So we'll put some next to the doctors and some there. So the city is just moving as it is, so we're going to do some detailing, and that starts again with a nice little pedestrian path that's going to run the whole way down this section there. Just a bit of a walkway in between houses that they can do. We wanted to do the same down this one, but as you can see, the gardens are touching. Let's just have a zoom in though and have a look at how beautiful these buildings are. They are a beautiful building. Again, like I say, it's all about just taking your time. There's a lot of things different. So whilst we're zoning the village, we'll have a quick look at what we can get. So at the moment, advanced road services, which I do think could be quite good. I do think advanced road services could be good. It's good to obviously get the large roads and the highways, but it's also good because it's a road maintenance, traffic light signs, as well as stopping people from being able to park.
The city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Right, okay. What's happening with the radio?
Well, I say the question speaks for itself. Here on Second Moon, we know you can't move forward unless you keep both eyes steady.
Apparently we're having rolling blackouts in the town. Rolling blackouts. We're getting no one.
Our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no, the point is
So we're having no one join in, which is a bit slightly strange considering that we are very high.
Too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this.
Industry will fill itself in. I've never had this so early on where it's bugged out and stopped the population. But we're going to keep cracking on. Row homes are there. So our 23 people are demanding. There we go, 24. Finally 24 people. We're getting one person an hour. No idea why. Again, Cities Skylines at its highest. Still one person an hour. I don't know why though. There's 355 jobs. We're up to 30 people now. Right, here we go. It's finally kicking in. We're finally kicking in. Finally kicking in. Right, so they're the row homes. Look how beautiful these are. But as you notice straight away, they start parking on the street. So that's why we have to stop them from parking on the street. And you do that by adding trees and things, which we'll do once we've unlocked parking. But we're finally getting some people through the door. People are happy. Our industrial area is starting to thrive. Our park maintenance buildings doing well. Our road maintenance building, sorry, doing well. The park maintenance comes a bit later on, but we've got loads of free space. So, like I said, I don't want loads of free space. I don't want this. So we're just going to pause it. Unpause it. They've done it. These ones haven't. Let's see what that looks like. We're doing well though. 119 people, 128 an hour. We're losing 2,000 a month, but that will get filled in eventually. So here at the top of this street is where our elementary school is going to go. And then our high school is going to go further up here in and around the built up area of the industrial side. So we need some commercial because we are getting a lot of people in. So we've already whacked that down, but we've missed it apparently. And that's not going to build unless that builds there because of the zoning. So we're going to fill that in. Again, like I said to you right at the start, all this is going to change. We're making a good start. Industrial's doing well. We're going to expand that out into the forestry section when we can. I still can't show you the services tab, but we're nearly at Tiny Village. The next one to get down then is a landfill. But we're not going to have this as a massive building. So to do that, you just add the nodes like this, which is different to Cities Skylines 1, which I think is a better area. Straight away, if you look, there's our landfill. We can upgrade it. There's no vehicles in use yet. And unreliable healthcare coverage is still at 1. Somehow, it is bugged. These still haven't been built. And we've gone down. We're dropping down. The building time on the game is quite slow, I've realised, with the cranes. We're going to have to fill that in. That's going to be the only way we get a building there, which gets our demand down. Our demand is going down. It's a happy city, which is good, which I'm happy for. It's a happy city so far, but demand is very, very low. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a bit of a time lapse. Not a time lapse, sorry. Jump into a bit of a just a skip and a jump, just to make sure that we can get things done. But no, actually, before then, what we're going to do is we're going to add some trees in this middle bit. So again, you just change it to this, which changes the brush size into this, and then you pick your tree. So I want poplars at first in little bits, nice and simple, filling it out so that the people can walk in and around. Add some bushes as well, and we've created a bit of a nice forestry walk. Add some smaller ones. And straight away you've created a nice little walking area for our Sims, which is good. Free of charge, nice and simple. We're just plodding on as we're going. So we need more homes now. So like I said to you, I want the elementary school here. So we can't really zone the houses here until we get the elementary school, because I don't know how big it actually is. But we can zone down there to get them houses in. They want more row homes, which is a good thing. So we're going to grab our little tool, jump into row homes, and again, not that one because that's going to be a park. Zone them in there. And then you are going to get a lot of people parking around there, but that's going to be okay. They're going to fill in nice and well. We can put some trees and some detailing down there as well. And we're going to need more commercial. So again, if we jump in onto our little information tab and jump onto people, no, it's this one in it, workplace availability. There's 458 workplaces with 312. That's going up constantly. Jobs 459, there's only 129 employed. They're appalled at how the healthcare's run. Healthcare isn't run bad, it's just that the game's bugged, and that's what it wants us to decide. So the row homes are going in. We're nearly at option 2, so we're going to prepare. Lack of labour, company can't find enough employees. On building the homes, they're just not building fast enough. Down here as well, again, we'll put a path down and round and stuff like we did a bit here. That's going to be a part there, which will break up this nice little section nicely. Car parks are probably going to go this side at the back of the school, which will be good. But we're building nicely. I'm happy with the start that we've made. Fill them in. And a little bit of commercial on the corner, like a corner shop. A bit more commercial on this side. That's what I like. And we need row homes again, but we're nearly at that next milestone, which is really good. It's not done on people anymore, which I think is quite good. Budget is looking bad, but it's not done on people anymore, which I do think is quite good. Other than that, this is Cities Skylines 2. It's a patient little builder. But I think as well, with the, it's going to be a long start to our city. It's going to be a long series. This is going to be, quite a few episodes progressing each time. This is just our starter episode, which is, it always looks like this at the start. So we're doing well. They want more row homes, which will be at the back here, but I need parking for it. We don't have parking yet. Because I want to make sure that they can't park around the street and they have to use the parking provided. This little bit in the middle is looking really, really well. Again, they don't, because there's a pedestrian path there and there, they don't want to zone here. Despite how much zoning we need, they just don't want to do it, which is annoying. But it is what it is. We're just going to mess about with getting a couple of smaller ones on the end there just to see how it looks, because we are getting a lot of repetition with the way that we're doing it, so we're going to change it. We're getting people steady. We're still losing a lot of money and they're not unhappy, but they're telling me it is. But we're nearly at level 2, which is good. Level 2, which is good. We're doing well. We are doing well. And again, this section here is going to be all filled in before we've finished, hopefully. School's going to go end of this road, right in the middle, and then we're going to do. So it's good to plan ahead. That's what we've done over here. We've planned ahead because, as you see, we've got loads of space left for industrial, which we don't want. Yay, small village, look at that. So low limit taxation, medium density, so they're not row homes, elementary and high school as well. So, but we got them all important 2 development points, which is very good because we're going to get our parking areas. And we've got a school, we've got a bit more money, so it looks a bit healthier. This is where, right, so we're going to get the elementary school. And as I said, we're going to drop it right. Oh, that's as close to the middle as we're going to get, but we're going to drop it to there. And already you see, you walk straight at the end, you walk down Beechwood Street, which what I'm going to do to Beechwood Street, actually, I've just had an idea, is we're going to put trees on it. So straight away we put some trees on it now, and as you walk down there, as you can see, we're straight at the elementary school. And that's good because what's going to happen now is, now we've got parking. The medium ones are the best. But because we've now got parking, oh, we can't get it in behind. It's slightly too big to get it in behind. We can't even get the small in behind. Well, that has messed up what I wanted to do. It's a bigger asset than I thought. It's staying where it is, but we can upgrade it.
You're listening to Second Moon.
Make it bigger. Add a park, add a playground, which I think is going to be good. So we're going to add a playground right at the back.
Let us move now from the musical page to the literary.
I don't know what's going on with the radio. The radio's shocking. Have we got taxation yet? Yeah, we've got taxation. So I'm going to up the taxes to 15%. They are going to be unhappy at it, but it's going to make our deficit budget just a little bit better. They're very happy despite high taxes being a free negative, but because they can walk to the elementary school, they're very happy.
All my expertise derives merely from a life devoted
And now what we're going to do
gentle arts. Though I do thank you for the honor.
is add the high school
To continue. Professor Hornbuckle, as a traveler
at the
from
back.
my homeland, I long to hear a tune that speaks to the anguish
Take away that road.
of the weary soul. There now, my good fellow, chin up, as it were.
Whack the high school in.
Leave that to those
And straight away as well, we're going to upgrade it with
Here's a tune just for you, and I do hope it
the sports park at the back. And the reason we're doing that is we're now going to rejig the roads.
Interesting news from the city's
So we're going to rejig the roads that we've got.
Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no, the point is we're selling it and bringing money into local
That's right.
economy.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this. A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenn. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined
Right.
today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutt.
I think we might have our own music on in the background in the next episode because some of the YouTube classics that they allow you to have, because the radio is driving me insane. So this, see, straight away we've built this out. What's that one? That's a high rent one.
Final question.
And then what we can
Is
do,
the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But while we are discussing
whack these down.
the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human,
Thank you, Professor.
it is a question of priority.
What is going on with that radio? Right. Shift this one. Oh, snapping off. Right. So 3 parking lots there. No, I've got an idea. Let's toggle snapping back on. Shift that there. Get an alley. Like that. And now you see we've got entry. It's where we want. Yes, I like the look of that. Tree this area out. Tree down there out when we do some small detailing in a little bit. So yeah, this is the first episode of this series. It's gonna, you know, it's not a series that's gonna take a few days. This series is gonna be going for a while. Just until we can get, well, for as long as we want, really. We're just filling out this area with a bit more high density. They're going to be bigger buildings. Parking, it's like it's parking for the stadium, you see. I quite like it. Upgrades, we can still upgrade the sides. So it doesn't affect the upgrades with the roads. That road's not attached. I don't like the look of that. We'll probably rejig it at some point. But this is where we're at so far. I'm loving the sound. This high rent one that's saying it's high rent. Right. They're happy though. They're just not happy that it's high rent. Who lives in there? He's a teen. This is another thing that they've got. Teens seem to complain constantly about high rent, even when it's not high. Taxes are high, but it's vital. If you look at taxation, we are getting money. It's important. Right. We need some commercial. So we're going to commercialise in and around the I've forgotten what it's called, the elementary school. And then we're going to high density row home. A park's going there, which is good. We need so far we are getting quite a varied sort of start. A little slow on the start with the people. Money's not looking great, but we're nearly at milestone 3. When we get to milestone 3, which is large village, you're getting 3 more development points, 5 more things, and a bit of livestock farming. Grand village is when you get some district creations and policies, natural disasters if they've turned on, grain farming, forestry and transportation, you know, bus depots, taxi depots. That's going to be a whole episode in itself because I'm rubbish at doing them, so that'll be fun. Yeah, this isn't, so far our little village is doing really, really well. We've just had a promotion on the houses down here, which is good. They're at level 2. The high school though, this is where we are now. Just going to focus our attention and build up this density at the back. So we're going to build up the density at the back here in and around the high school. I feel this is a good place for it. Oh, I just can't get that right. Let's come off there then. Like that. I feel this would be where they'd fill in the density, and this is where we're going to fill in the density now. Obviously there's loads of parking back here already, but we are going to need to make more. I'm not going to lie. Create another one there. Let's see whether we can get rid of some of these. There we go, we've got rid of the sidewalk there. It's so good, that tool, how you can just get rid of what you don't want. I think it's a real good addition. So we're going to start now getting some more medium density around. and trying to fill this whole area in this episode. I think that'll be what. I think that'll be really good to do. I don't think that's too bad. I think filling this whole area in with row homes and things like that is going to be really good, but we're going to need to do this strategically because these are going to be slightly bigger. They're apartment buildings, they're not. So you're going to start to get a lot of traffic. We're not going to want them to park on there. It wants lower density more than anything, so where can we fill the lower density? And let's do it here, down here on this street, Hawthorne Street. So yeah, just a quick one about this series. I want it to be interactive. If you want to name a street, drop it in the comments down below. If you've liked this video, please drop a like on it. It does help the channel. And if you want to see more City Skylines, then hit the subscribe button. We're going to be knocking these out regular now that we're back into our YouTube game. Also, you know, if you don't want to do any of that, then drop a comment on how your city's going, just for the sake of engagement and YouTube's algorithm. That would be amazing as well. So yeah, this is our city. We're going to try and get these bits filled in. Needs a commercial zone. We're going to go from there to there. We'll rejig it all at some point, I believe. We're going to try and get some lower density housing in and around the school as well. Just to add that variety to what's there. Medium density again. Let's go 4 back. I don't want it on that road though. This is what annoys me. No, we'll have it on that road. We'll keep it on that road. But we're going to try and get all this filled in. But we are going to need parking. So I think there's a lot of parking in this area, but I do feel that we're going to need some more just to make can I get these to line up? No, we'll have them next to each other then. We'd need that little bit of parking just to make sure that we're getting there. I'm happy with the start we've made so far. We've got nearly 453 people in the city. We're losing a lot of money. But we have got a lot of services out and about as well. So that might be why eventually as well we're going to cross this water. Barrier Island is a big one. But also you've got the water that you can cross on this side. And I think we are going to spread it out. I don't want a lot of parking on the streets. But I'd rather not have the parking on the streets. It just makes it look a little bit better and a little bit tidier. And while we're doing this, let's have a quick look at what the traffic flow is like in our city. This road's high. Don't know why there's nothing down there, but that road's high. In and around here seems to be high-ish. That roundabout's high, but we're going to rejig all this. You enter there. Yeah, traffic is alright. Traffic is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. There we go, large village as well, so we've unlocked a police station now as well, so, and we've got some more money. It's going well. It's going well. We need a lot more commercial. Industrial still aren't happy over in that far corner. but we need a lot more commercial. We haven't got a lot of commercial up here. So we're just going to... They're going to be slated in the end for redevelopment.
This is Second Moon.
I hate the radio.
Before I dive into our next selection, I'd like to take a few memento mores to elaborate on the formal structure of the symphonic work. For our newer, less able listeners, first, we will be dancing through the al dente section before entering the slower largo movement and savoring the vivacious anti-pasto movement. So, without further ado, let's raise the curtain and begin.
Right, so for now, a little tip that I've learned is we can path that
The
off.
commercial district is booming, as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate. Or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks,
Well,
Jim.
I've tried to path it off. No, it's not going to work.
Housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest.
It's not going to work. Not what I was trying to do anyway.
So a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures, which are entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
Right, well, one final
We've got cars parking in the car parks though.
housing shortage.
It shows it's working.
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
It shows it's working.
What we are discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction.
What is going to happen in the next episode though, I can assure you guys,
It is a question of priority.
is the radio isn't going to be on. I don't know what they've done with that radio stations, but it's not good. Car parks are in use. We've got a good start. Oh, we've crashed. No, we haven't. Right, guys. Yeah, this is where I'm going to leave part number 1. It's been a good start. We need some stuff to fill in, but when it does, it's going to look really, really good. And that's going to be episode number 2. Like I say, if you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. It does really help out the channel. And if you want to see more Cities Skylines, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more. My name is The Game Adventures, and thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.